Got it? So you got it. Got it?
Yep. Got it.
Okay. All right, setting up. We're getting all set up, Bruce. This is super, super exciting. Bruce, thank you for joining and thank you for coming. So we had a great session,
Got it?
right? Okay, here we go. Let me-
Okay.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah. So Bruce, this is awesome. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to basically talk about the recap of the day. And so what did we cover? What were we covering here? We went over really three big tools, right? We talked about the resource list. We talked about the RACI, and we went to the project schedule. So let's just share briefly on all the things that we did cover. All right. So let's look here. So you should be able to see that. Can you see that screen okay, Bruce?
Sure.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So when we went here, and I'm not gonna run through the whole thing, because what we want to do is really talk through and go through what we covered in this course. And we're gonna run this course again, right? There's no question, but we're halfway through it. And I just wanted to really talk through some of the things that we actually covered today. So one of the things that we went deep on is the resource list, right?
Right.
Then we talked about the project schedule and the RACI. And really, we talked about that from it could be in any order, right? Do you do the schedule before the RACI before the schedule? There's always great talk and great debate on that, which is cool because it just means that people are really passionate about it and very excited about it, which is awesome. Do you have a particular preference on which ones you like to do?
Well, of course, the scheduling.
Yeah, right. That's your
planning,
better,
and
yeah. And then would
planning
you?
falls right in with scheduling.
Yeah. Would you
And
go
then-
off? Sorry. Would you go off? There's just a bit of a delay. Would you go off and build the schedule first and then go back and do the RACI, or do you do the RACI first? What's your preference in all the years of what you did?
I would start the schedule. What I like to do is build a WBS first, which we showed in the class tonight. It's not showing here, but we showed how the WBS interfaces with the schedule. And I like to get a preliminary work breakdown structure started, because that gives you a base to start from.
Mhm.
And then move that into the schedule, and then using the schedule, because now you have your tasks for your RACI, and then start applying who's responsible for what, and what they're doing on the RACI itself.
Yeah.
And then the resource list goes hand in hand with the resources that you have to apply to the activity in your schedule. And you can literally interface those two if you want to set that up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the schedule can automatically take the information and put it into your resource list.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like we said, there's no right or wrong order to these. We just said, hey, listen, we want to get these out there. One of the students today said, you two have really broken down and made project management really simple and really easy to consume. And so when you think about this resource list here, it's a basic list, but it's really nice to be able to say, who's on the project? What role are they playing? And then is there any notes? Hey, we've got this Mary Smith as the developer. What are the notes about Mary? She's retiring in a month. Or we've got Joe Smith, the designer, to be hired, right? So when you break down a nice list like this, it's really simple. It's really easy to consume, but it also is just like it builds on to so many other things, right? And then from there we went into the RACI, and we really hammered a lot this RACI and whether it looked, what are the components, what are the tasks, should you use RACIs for agile, should you not? We went and we covered that, and then of course at the end we just showed a very basic project schedule. Again, very basic, because we wanted to get the concept of a start and an end date and some resource assignments out there. Of course, there's a million different tools, but we just wanted to show that really, really quickly and talk through that. and, really talk through exactly what that would look like. So what do you think, Bruce? Has this been a good experience? Has this been something that that you think is very valuable? Would you make major changes for next time? What are kind of your thoughts? We're halfway through it. What are some of your thoughts?
My thought is that we're covering the basics of project management from a base where the people in the class, the class members are learning what we're trying to do, and we're keeping it at a base level. And then we're building on that base by showing them multiple tools, which every single tool that we're showing them is in our book that we have on project management communication.
It would be project management communication tools, right, Bruce? Right there.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
And show how those tools can interact with each other and how you build them from a base to the entire complex part of your project, and make them interface with each other so you can make your life a lot easier, and making one change in one tool then cascades down to the changes in the other tools.
Yeah.
And I think as far as our class is concerned, yeah, we're going to go back and we'll tweak it a little bit, but I think we've got this down pretty well.
Yeah.
And according to all the students that are in the class, they're enjoying it. We've got their feedback so far, and they've all showed that they're doing the homework and they're doing it quickly, and they're getting the concepts behind what we're trying to tell them.
Yeah, that was perfect. Well, good. All right, Bruce. Well, we just wanted to give everyone a sneak preview tonight. We're halfway through the course. We've got students. We're really excited about it. Thank you again for joining, and thank you for that, because that has really been a great experience, and it's really been fun to kind of go through that. So let's wrap it up, and thank you. And I will talk to everyone soon. So thank you. And